to the EEPROM 9. Now hopefully my legs aren't getting in the way, but the wide angle lens can pick up the latest acquisition to the vintage computers of mine. It'll also have to be the last for the time being, or otherwise I will just run out of room. But for the time being, don't worry. And then when I have my own house, it's just, well, when you have your own house, then it's just spread them, bolt them to the wall, have them on the windowsill, have a wall just made out of televisions, and each one to an individual machine and monitors. That'd be brilliant. That'd be quite cool. You could call it, what would you call such an awesome wall? You could call it the head, I don't know. I'm not great at naming things. Yeah, you could call it something smutty, but I don't think... You could call it the arcade wall or something. A lot of arcade ports are made for these old machines. But I've got this tonight, and it is fantastic! I can see this going up with the Electron as a favourite computer. But that doesn't mean the Electron will just be abandoned. I mean, yes, this is a cut down this. But I love the little Electron. And this is also fantastic. So, now I have a thing for Acorn machines. It is beautiful. And of course, I'm using my oscilloscope cable and some electrical tape to connect it via its composite to the Electron monitor. I thought ahead on such cases and actually made sure the external connector was for this sort of purpose, linking other computers up to, linking other things up to. It'd be quite nice to hack a composite into the Atari ST if I'm honest. Because it's one thing it lacks. Why composite? Because I can link it to that. I agree it wouldn't be great for playing Turrican on such a tiny screen, but it would be good. It would be easier than lugging it in this other room. I've currently got this sitting on top of an old PC. And it... I'm tired, so I'm going to bed after this, but... Also, not only... because the seller of it, this actually cost me £5.19. Seriously, get the BBC B in working order for that is happens next to never. Even just getting a dead one for under a tenner is pretty much nigh on impossible. This was just another one of those lucky finds. The seller was very good, and it is a pickup, but also, Swoop has nothing to do with the package, but it just seems to be my favourite BBC B game because it's just a... But also, these other 3 games were also on separate listings, but they didn't sell, so because they didn't sell, it was just quite happy to just... He suggested throwing them in with it, and it's like, yes. Saying that they're really primitive. Well, of course they are, but actually... Are they really primitive when you put it up to the specs of what... I mean, yeah, obviously this is compared to something on bloody Battlefield 3 or something. Battlefield 3 is so much fun online. I was playing that for an evening and I had so much fun on it. Didn't want to turn it off and go to bed, but I had to, really. Carl, they went on his MOT and passed beautifully. Service, they changed the spark plugs, so that means they had to retune the engine, and fuel efficiency and performance has increased quite a lot, and that is lovely. I think fuel efficiency is like doubled when driving at 70 mph, so that should be able to hit the 500 mile a tank. That is my ultimate goal. I've got 450 something before. That was like my top score on fuel economy. But these are just included now. One is the Hacker, another one is Orifice, which I've never really heard of, and it's... Well, it doesn't say the controls on this, and it says it in game, but it doesn't from what I can see. And Corncropper, which is an interesting sort of strategy game of essentially you're a farmer and you're managing a farm. It's not one for an adrenaline junkie. It's an interesting concept. I've had a quick go at it. I couldn't really figure it out first, so this is one that you need more time to play. But since I have this, and of course the Swoop, which I got the Electron games, but I tried numerous times to get the Electron to play it, and it just was not having it because the compatibility just wasn't there. So, feel free to request any of these games in order. So yes, this is a kind of semi-request video. So the titles are Orifice, Corncropper, the Hacker, and Swoop. Swoop's a personal favourite of these. And it is brilliant. So the Hacker actually cost £2.50 back in the day. Orifice cost £1.99. God, I wish modern games had that sort of price tag. That would be nice. Mind you, a lot of games are very expensive these days, but there are the odd ones like Portal 2, which are worth the full price. Not many, but some. But I prefer it when to leave modern games till they come down to £20 to £15. That's a good mark for me. It means you get the game, you can enjoy it, and it doesn't cost you an earth. But that's not really on subject of it. Fantastic machine. Checked it internally, checked the power supply. Absolutely beautiful condition. It's more or less, if it wasn't yellowing, you could be mistaken for thinking it was brand new. This has never seen the loft or the garage. Maybe through a window or something, but it has always been there. This has just been probably just put in a cupboard and left for 20 odd years because it said it was one of those untested ones, but one of the good ones because the owner looked after it and put it in a cupboard out the way. It's in beautiful condition. It's bare bones basic. It doesn't have any of the extra ROMs in or ROM cards or various zillions of expansions for this thing, and I'd say these rival PCs in expandability. These rival PCs quite easily in expandability, obviously, and well, PCs of the equivalent time, they just whoop them in power. And it also, to get it working with the disk drive, I'd need to get the disk drive chipset. So it is nice. Bare bones basic system, but I do plan on expanding it to this. There's a ROM socket on eBay that I've got my eyes on for this. That'll be good to go there. That'll be good. That'll benefit greatly. And then you can add whatever you could add in. There's ROM programs that come on the chips. Simply use it like a cartridge. Who knows, maybe someone's put games on the ROMs, that would be fantastic. EEPROM games, just one of these beasties. I love these things, I love these chips, they're just, they're beautiful. This little fella, really, look at him. Wonderful. Slot it in there, and then you'll be able to do whatever. I don't know, it could be a word processing program, not exactly exciting, but certainly interesting. And also, if I was back at uni in the 80s, I would probably have one of these, or one of them, because they're what we used in education, and it's always wise to have machines which are compatible with machines in education. And if you have to upgrade, well, you have to upgrade. I'm not really sure there's much I can say without just rambling on for absolute hours. And I need to go to bed, but I'll probably play a bit more. swoop first, and then tomorrow it's back to uni work. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.